record this. Everyday Witches for Brandy for a full. We're going to bring it down here. Wow. I want to do the Australian 12 spread. Then we're going to do highlights and lowlights as well. So we're going to start with this, doing the Australian 12 this way. We'll start with this deck and then we'll break out the others. What's going on for Brandy for general? I want the highlights first, the things that you see consciously, things that you see consciously. Oh, that one wants to come out right there. Starting there. That's the highlights. And let's, third deck, same deck, third deck. Let's see subconsciously what's going on. If we need clarifiers, we'll get clarifiers as we go. With the highlights and lowlights decks, we'll see what's going on. Okay. The struggle doesn't have to be so big for you. What we got going on here, hopefully you can see this good. We've got Six of Swords, and this is getting out of Dodge. And this one almost looks like the Seven of Swords, where you have Sneaky Pete, the thief, leaving. But the Six of Swords is usually shown and they're leaving the rough waters for smooth. It's right in the center, down below. Subconsciously, there's something that you need to leave behind to get to your own peace. You have sixes and sixes coming up. You have the knowing that you need to leave some of this drama behind coming up, and challenged by the nostalgic thinking, challenged by thinking in the past with a little bit of rose-colored glasses on. This is what's going on in here. This is a little bit tricky for you. Now, in the conscious and subconscious here, what we're seeing is the Page of Cups. How do you get creative about this? And the Nine of Cups, the contentment. Now, this one's coming through not just as the wish card, but, you know, a little bit of over-contentment getting the better of you. The fear in the environment around you, hopes and fears here, environment around you, and you in the current now. Queen of Wands, you know you should be out there sparkling and shining, and it feels like the thing that I'm getting to tell you is a brown cloak. It feels like if somebody's wearing a brown cloak, you don't see the fabulous dress, you don't see the fabulous sparkle and shine. Nobody would enter the party with a brown cloak that they'd worn through the rainstorm to keep their hair protected and whatnot. They would enter and make an entrance. And if you're going to be all razzle dazzle and show up looking great, you're not going to wear the cloak inside, and it feels like you don't want to let go of the brown cloak. Now here, you see this coming in. The fear of being on the outside, the fear of being left out, the fear of poverty going on, a fear of lack, instead of stepping into your power. The challenge is to let go of nostalgia of this old way of doing, let go of the comfort zone to some degree, and step into it a little bit bigger. This is a big darn deal for you. This is a really big deal. It's challenging. Sometimes you don't like the spotlight to be on you, but it's not wrong to take up space. I mean, look at the size of that skirt. It's not wrong to take up space. It needs to be done. It needs to be done more often. And this is something where you are learning to get out of your comfort zone and do this. Now, in the recent past, part of the struggle on this has been the comparison game, the competition game, the sizing each other up game, and comparing you versus somebody else. And it's time to let that game go. In the past, you've been compared. Like maybe somebody stuck a label. Oh, she's the smart one. She's the pretty one. Oh, she's the athletic one. All of these labels just need to be chucked. This competition energy, the comparison energy has to go. It makes you unfocused, unclear, and it doesn't allow you to pay attention to what's important. Eight of Wands. This is summoning the storm. Now, this is throwing down shades of, can you be brave enough to do it? This is in the near future. Can you be brave enough to allow yourself to sparkle and shine? This is huge for you. I think, yes, you can. In the general, yes, you can. In the hopes and fears, will you be seen as the cold-hearted bitch? Will you be seen as cold if you stand up, if you hold a boundary, if you honor yourself as queen and honor what is and calling something out for what it is? Some people are going to instantly get defensive, instantly get pissed off, instantly like, oh, you're so cold, blah, blah, blah. But you're telling the truth. You're saying what it is. You're calling it so, whether you're protecting your time, whether you're protecting your resources in other ways, or if it's just your availability to do something. You're just not capable of playing small. This is the challenge. You are not the child anymore. You are not the child. You've grown into something that is bigger, and it's time to step into that power. Third queen out on the deck. Queen of Cups. The only queen we haven't seen so far is the Queen of Coins, the one that knows her value and worth. This is the one that sparkles, shines, and needs to be careful who she gives an audience to. She gets approached a lot. This is the one that's the clear thinker, the one that's really fair, that lays down the law and suffers no fool, and she knows what she thinks. She's super clear. And here's the one that's the dreamy one that has suffered a loss and then moves forward with her dream again. And that's what you're being asked to do. Allow your dreams to matter again. This is what's coming through strong. Strong, strong on this. Now let's see what's going on in the highlights here. In the highlights, in the headlines, we've got the Four of Coins. The Six of Cups comes through again. This is the challenge. Oh my gosh. Pay attention to this one. We're seeing doubles. It's important. Seeing double, important. Six of Cups, this card of nostalgia. This is what you're trying to protect. It's as if there's a fear of loss of something that doesn't really need to be there. Then you have the Empress, the Four of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. What I can tell you that I'm getting from this highlight row here is that you're trying to protect something that was, and you've outgrown it. It's like if it were shoes, you wouldn't be wearing shoes that were 2 sizes too small. You just get shoes that fit and you keep on walking. You are protecting something that was, this ideal of something that was, that no longer serves, that no longer fits, that you have outgrown. Empress here, very receptive and growing, abundant, fertile, knows that she needs to grow into this, knows that new challenges are coming her way, and knows how to be receptive. She knows her value. She knows her worth. She's going to move through it. This is something where as you go forward, and this doesn't feel like 9 months, even though the pregnancy of this would indicate 9 months, this is feeling like the next 5 months for you. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's what I'm getting. Yeah, I do know why I'm getting that, because the competition for 5 months, you're going to still have this lesson of feeling like measuring up, comparing, competing. You're going to have this lesson for 5 months. That's just what's coming through. It's coming through really strong. It's how you compete, how you compare versus others. And this is what's going on. You're learning your role as the Empress, and you're learning to do it differently. You're learning to step into your power and go ahead and wear this. You're not coming in with a brown cloak on anymore. You're coming in Lady in Red. You're coming in powerful, 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 secure, and ready to move forward. By spring, there's something new coming forward. Now, this is weddings and births and celebrations and graduations, all of this, but it's also walking through this threshold. You have to walk through the threshold and close the door behind you. You don't have it in you to play small anymore. You just don't. The protecting of what was does not serve. It's nostalgia, and you know it. The opening and welcoming what's going to come forward for you is huge, huge, huge right now. And it's a little bit, you're going to feel a little beat up from this. You're going to feel a little odd man out on occasion, but you're still standing strong. This one has gotten through it, holds the boundaries, and is resilient. This is what it is. It's learning to say, I am the storm, and you can survive whatever the storm brings forward. Learning to conjure the storm and bring it forward. And even sometimes that means there will be a little bit of conflict. Sometimes that means a little bit of distance. You'll know which and where that applies and which relationship that applies with. Really, really challenging for you. You're going to have to speak your truth on something. You're going to have to. That's what's going on in the conscious, in the subconscious. The Magician's in the house, wanting to say, let's move forward, let's do this. You've got the skills, you've got the tools, you're ready to go forward. The Ten of Wands, do you dare? If this isn't your shit to carry, do you dare just drop it? Do you dare just let other people handle their own shit instead of going to rescue? You have to. It feels like it's a matter of self-preservation for your own soul. For your own soul's growth, you have to put down some of these lessons that you've helped others carry. It's no longer your task to do. King of Cups says, keep calm and carry on. King of Cups says, even if there's turbulence, emotions up and down, keep calm, keep moving forward. This absolutely relates so much. Yeah, I bet it does. Because it feels like you don't want to be seen badly for taking care of yourself and letting other people handle their stuff. You don't want to be judged harshly and judged like you just bailed or you abandoned, but you can't self-abandon anymore. If it's self-preservation, it's self-preservation, honey. And then you ride out the storm. You got the King of Cups here. The Queen was the outcome. It will get tempered and evened and smooth. The Hierophant kicks in. This is the new lesson. It's a traditional lesson. This is something where you get the keys and the access to something that's a deeper lesson. Now, we play different roles, whether it's family dynamics, friendship circles, or whatever it is, work circles, groups, relationships. We play these different roles. The Hierophant allows us a different lesson, and it might be something that's a lesson that is with a tradition that is already established for somebody else. But for you, your patterning so far hasn't allowed this traditional lesson to be yours just yet. This is saying it is yours. If this were to do with job, it would be a promotion. This is getting the keys to the kingdom. This is getting the knowledge to get to the Zen space and to move forward. Now let's see what else is going on with this. Temperance. This is the lesson. This is what's coming through. You've got majors here of the Magician, the Hierophant, and the Temperance. This is huge for you. Huge coming out. You've got duplicates here on do I dare? Do I dare? Can I go towards my peace? Your peace needs to be, the price you have to pay for it is worth it. Because you're overcoming nostalgic thinking, childhood thinking, things that are sometimes rose-colored glasses and you know better. This is coming in big. This is what you've got, duplicates really, really strongly. That's what's coming up. You've been applying for new jobs? Yeah. I would apply for the new jobs and keep going forward with it. It feels like you're going to get something that comes through in a new way because this is access granted and this is temperance. So it's going to come through a little bit differently. Anything else? We'll look just a little bit more as pertaining to jobs. Just let me make a little more space on my desk. Same deck. This is the second deck, the Yellow Edge deck. As it pertains to the job, and I'm looking right at the Empress card here. Right at the Empress. What's going on? Wow, okay. Okay. Be deliberate in your choices when you're thinking about what it is. Be deliberate what's going to be good for your soul, for your spirit, for your heart. Don't take on something that's extra, extra, extra. Don't go for the easy. Don't go for the easy. The devil will be lying, lying, lying. The Magician's coming through again. You've got the magic within you to do what it is that you want to do. Doubles on the Magician. You see that. Trust your own magic. Trust your ability to do and to rise to the challenge, even if it's a little bit different. Queen of Cups comes in again on the doubles here. Queen of Cups. Put the old dream aside that has been the loss and look and dream again from a new angle, a new point of view. It's almost like a very miniature, small hangman. Understand the sacrifice that you've made to get to where you are. Let go of what didn't work out. You have suffered something that's made your heart hurt a little bit, but your heart can handle more growth. It can handle more expansion. It can be done. That can happen for you. And then the moon comes in. This is telling me a timestamp on this is a month. This is what it's telling me. So keep going towards the light. Keep going towards what makes your heart happy. Keep going towards this and face the fear and move forward, move forward, move forward. That's what I've got for you. It doesn't feel like it's instantaneous, but it does feel like you got the skill set already there to make the magic happen. Don't go for the easy thing. All right, that's what I've got. That feels very complete. Holy smokes. Yeah, it feels like the job thing, when I get the moon and it gives a timestamp, that's a month, but it also says pay attention to your intuition. Okay? All right. Boy, these are going to be fun to put away later. This is why I do it that way, though. It is why I do it, guys. Oh, thanks, Krista. Thanks. You are so welcome, honey. You are so, so welcome. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Let me get a little water, and we'll see who's next on the list, or if we're going into astrology or what. Okay? List is clear. Okay? We're going to go into the astrology, and we're going to take the next astrology card, and then we're going to go into the Vampire Tarot. That's what I'm feeling called to do. Gemini. Gemini is the card that is, I think, is the card of the twins. We'll see what's going on with this. And we'll take a few cards from the Vampire Tarot and see what it is. I'm very strongly getting a paying attention. I wanted to go with Vampire Tarot because it's what is draining you. This is what's going on. What's the Cash App again? You want to do a past life read? Love it, Lavender. Here it is. It's the $sign and then the feisty butterfly. So go ahead and send that in, and I will do this one, and then we'll get yours next. So the past lives are super fun. So we're going to go into the Gemini. What is this that's so draining for the Geminis? What do they need to know to help so they aren't feeling completely drained? All right. We're getting an interesting thing here. We have the Chariot coming in right here, and the momentum to move forward, the desire to drive forward, the ambition is costing a little bit. It is almost like you're, yeah, it's very like, I can feel a big connection here. It feels like the energy is too strong. You are overly ambitious with what you want to cram into one day, overly ambitious with what you want to move forward into a day. It's like you've got the charisma, the charm, the ability to move something forward. Wow, that there is a magnetism and a magnetic pull forward. It's almost like the wheel of fortune has turned and is pulling you forward and faster than you know how, and you're almost trying to keep up. Slow it down, go with the flow a little bit. It is like you're driving 90 in a school zone. You need to slow it down. This is huge, huge, huge. This is big, big, big. This is for Gemini. Slow down, slow down. Then somebody that's offering something peaceful. This feels like aloofness. This feels like distance. Somebody that's usually more compassionate is distance, is remote and removed. I don't think that this somebody knows how to keep up with your ambition right now. The next thing out is the Five of Cups, this sorrow in the graveyard. There's still sorrow over the loss of the past, and this is getting in the way. Somehow the past, the ambition that you've wanted for the past is blocking for you. It's blocking something that wants to move forward and will move forward on its own. It's almost like you're trying to go so fast that you end up having trouble. Chariot and Gemini. Slow down. You don't need to do quite so much what Yana was saying earlier. Same thing. Slow down. It is time. Let your own sparkle be there. You are the one that can focus the chariot. If the chariot's going like in the Dark Mansion chariot, the horses look almost out of control. The balance is missing and it needs to be returned. That's what needs to happen. Allow the balance to return so the past isn't screwing you up, so you're not mourning over losses and lost things. So whatever is aloof isn't yours to correct. Whatever is aloof, whoever is aloof, and if they're not being compassionate, they need to bugger off. Anything else for the Gemini? Queen of Pentacles. Know your worth, know your value, and sit still for a minute and be in that energy. Get yourself grounded, baby. That's what I've got for the Gemini energies coming through. That feels very complete. Wow. Don't let yourself get drained. Be aware. If you were in the vampire movie and dealing with the vampires, you would know to wear the garlic. You would know to watch out. You would have your vampire slayer kit. You would know this. You would just know it. So that's what I've got. That feels very complete. Okay, we are going to let that be, and we're going to check. I think I just saw the payment came through, so just 1 second, and I think that is probably Lavender's past life payment. Let's take a look. Let me see. No, I'm seeing Brandy's. Hang on. Okay. Okay, we've got Michelle for a past life. Michelle, what payment source did you use? Did you use Cash App? Because I'm not seeing it yet, and I know my iPad is sometimes slow, and sometimes it's me. Cash App, okay. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're going to get the past life cards. Now, just so you know, guys, past lives, they take a little bit longer to do, and sometimes, often, tarot won't read like tarot traditionally does. So we're going to go into it. This is some of the past life cards that I have. I have a whole container of these that is for past lives too, and I want to see. Okay, I see where they're at. Okay. I'll go in here. And I have... There they are. I have some other past lives that I really want on this one too. Go in through this one and through this one. Okay. Let me see what we've got going on over here. I want the Tarot of the Abyss, which isn't usually my past life cards, but it is calling, so that's where we're going. That's unusual, really unusual. Okay, and the Sleepwalkers. I think that's this one. Is that the Sleepwalkers? I think this is the Sleepwalkers. Okay. All right. Okay, we got the cards, guys. We got the cards. Let's see what's going on. And usually on the past lives, I'll do them in the order that I pull them. Let's see what's going on here. 1 second. Okay, and this is recording. So for Lavender Michelle Past Life. Yeah, it's recording, and it's saying 20:03 right now. So when you go in on the YouTube, that's where you'll find it. We've got the first card out is the arts, and that feels very prominent. We've got earthquake and building collapse coming down here. It very much is. And what's coming through really quick is all kinds of Phantom of the Opera references coming in. That would be the modern reference for this. What do we got? Sometimes in movies we see archetypes and roles that have been played and things that have been played. Where are we at? Oppression and trauma is coming through very strongly on this one. And then the miser. Is this really as simple as that? What I'm getting is somebody wanted to own your beauty. It wasn't so much about owning your vocals, although you probably would have had a pleasant and melodic voice and probably a good voice. It does not feel exactly Phantom of the Opera, but it feels like that desire and possession to possess your gift. It is as if you come in as a muse of sorts and somebody wants to own your gift. We're going to look a little bit more in Tarot of the Abyss. We're going to see what's going on for you, because this feels like the you energy right here. And this feels like somebody else that wants to own you. It's coming in that you are female in that other life. And yeah, this is a, oh. You're coming in a little extra tall is what's coming in. Very stately. Coming in extra tall. It is as if you were taller than most women of your day. And this comes in as the muse. This comes in as the one that would be the model, the ones that people, you know, when we see beautiful art and sculpture and statues from different periods of time, it's like you had the genetic fortune that was fantastic statuesque form and figure. Very, very easy to work, easy to hire. Yeah, very genetically fortunate. You could call your own shots on this, but there was people that were desirous to own you. Now this is interesting. We have everything lining up so perfectly here. Somebody giving you passage into a certain thing. What do we got here? Somebody gives you passage into a certain thing. It's like somebody helps you break through. If it were modern time, it would be somebody that gives you your first break if it was a movie break or TV break or something like that. In this particular time, somebody gives you passage. They introduce you to the social circles, but they want to own you. You don't want to be owned. This feels like this dominant male energy that wants to own you and have you as all to their self, almost like to show you off like a trinket. And you want to break free of this. This is coming through really strongly. Now let's see what's going on the other side. Tell me a little bit about this. Hang on for a second. It feels like we're in closer to maybe like the 1700s. Not sure what this is about. I'm getting the visual of a funny military uniform, like I'm thinking George Washington era of time. That's giving me time frame, that type of uniform. Is that right? Why am I getting George? Is it Washington or Georgian? I'm not sure which historically it is. That's really a funny thing to have come through. But when it comes through, I let you know that's what's coming through. It is somebody's making social introductions. Social introductions are so very important for you right now. Very statuesque. Very much. What is it about this person? It's not even so much about your family of origin or even your status as that. It's breaking through the barrier of status because of your genetic good fortune. It's genetic good looks, your outward appearance, and your height is something that people are really quite surprised by. This older gentleman that's making the introductions, it is like you had a relationship with him. What we're seeing is the Lovers and the Hangman coming through in the Page of Cups. It's like there was a relationship with this one, but it didn't be like you wanted to be with this person forever. You didn't take the role of like mother and wife as what it is. You were too spectacular. I mean, showstopper. This is what's going on. You take the role of muse, but he wanted to own you. You wanted your independence. What goes on? What brings down this collapse? Going back. There's other, I'm getting such gentlemen callers, suitors, formal language. There's other formal people bidding for your attention, bidding for your time, vying for your time. And what brings down this collapse? The older gentleman does not want to allow you your independence, even though you've made this breakthrough. It's something you'll have to fight for. It's something you'll have to fight for the new start. It's something you have to bring down the house in order to get your freedom. Now, what does that mean? And it doesn't feel like bringing down the house in the theatrical sense. It feels like you literally have to burn it down to get your freedom. What is this going on? There does feel like an interloper, good interloper. Old guy sees this as interloper. You see this as somebody that's going to help you escape what has become your social status and your intro and your knowing. You are easily identifiable. What I get is the image of somebody that is like almost 6 feet tall in an era of time where women were shorter. So it's like coming in at like 5'9", 5'10", coming in very, very statuesque, very, very beautiful, beautiful features, sharp cheekbones and a kind of a haughty look. And it's not that was your temperament or your personality. It's you had this look, this very, you were like the epitome of what the beauty standard was at the time. And because of that, you did go into where you would model, where you would be drawn, where you would pose for sculptures. This is what you would do. This world was open to you to be this kind of thing. But in order to escape it, how do you make yourself not recognizable? And who is this person that's trying to help you do that? You have someone else trying to help you do that. You don't want to give over your power in that way. The older gentleman over here on these cards, this older gentleman doesn't want to let you leave no matter what happens. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. Now you have some interference by people that have stature, have power, have religious power. This person has the ability and has connections to religious structures to help something come down. What's going on with this? Yeah, there's going to be a hiding space. Yeah, okay, all right. This is why we need to know. What's happening with the burn it down? I'm getting burn it down and I'm getting the priest hole. So what this is where they used to hide the people. It's like a smuggler's type of thing. Somebody that knows the house that has the priest hole. This is where you stay. This house burns down and this is how you escape. This is how you get beyond it. What about the older gentleman person over here? What does he seem to think about this? Because he's not in the house. He's not dead. He thinks you are. What's going on with this? His debts have been something as to why he's wanted to keep you. He's been imprisoned by his debts. It's why he wanted to keep you, because you were helping him. You were an asset to him in that way. He wanted to own you because this is how he could get money, by having you be doing modeling, having you be doing your things, having you be the beauty or the gift in the arts for artists to, you were the gift that made him look good. And he wanted to own you because it kept bringing him money. When the place that was the studio, the space, the art space, the house, that little house, that cottage with the passage burns down, it severs that connection. What happens next? What feels like is happening is that you're going your own way. The young person that understood about the priest place, somebody you love, but you will never have your heart tied in that lifetime to one person. Never. You cannot be tied down to one person. The freedom is more important for you in that life. Yeah. You have to get away. You can't be tied down. And this is what you want. You refuse to be tied down. You refuse to be captive or captured. And you get away. This guy helps you get away, helps you get the new start. What happens? It is quite a distance. Go back to these. It is the distance. This is you're donning the clothes of the rag woman. You're donning the clothes of poverty, impoverished. It's like you have to now subtract from the stature of the social stature that you've gained. You've had to reduce that so they won't look for you. Donning the clothes of the rag woman, like a washerwoman, that kind of thing. This is what you're doing. It is like you have to, how would you say that? You have to make your beauty less visible in order to be able to be free. You have to disguise yourself to get away, and then you move forward. You're doing work. This is interesting. You don the clothes of the washerwoman, the worker woman, and then this feels like when you've arrived, we've got this about the travels, about the going and the travels. Then we have this where you finally land. You go to a different place altogether. You go to a different land, and this is coming through very strongly, and this is coming through as part of the profession. You go from muse and beauty, only having that be the strongest asset, to literally this feels like it's coming through as profession, as baker profession. Very interesting. Now let's see what's going on. It feels like you go in and that you do become the baker that blends in. This feels like it takes you a strong period of time to do this. To leave this behind is quite the challenge. It's not like your beauty has really faded. You're aging really well. The classic beauty that you have is still there. But because you have changed your station deliberately and know how to go incognito, it serves you really well. It feels like this is about a 6-year period of time where this happens, where you shift what's going on. And what I'm seeing here, this leaving something behind that's so difficult to do. And sharp. There's something here. What's going on here? There's something there's an injury to the arm. What is this? An injury to the upper arm that's happened. It slows you down a little, but I don't know what that's about. What was the injury to the arm? It's part of the... It feels like there's a burn there that has happened, and I don't know how you burned. Probably, okay, when you left, there was something that fell here on the arm, scarred the arm, burned the arm. When you left that house that literally burned down, literally you burned down, escaped through the priest hole, burned down, burns the arm. So it's a flaw, and it's something that makes you very pleased, because then the pedestal that you've been put upon, there's an imperfection, there's a blemish. You like this. You feel like it's, you feel this is like a badge, something, a point of pride. Then you go forward. Yeah, this is remembering the days of performance, remembering the days of being the muse, but becoming the baker. Becoming one that bakes. This is very interesting. Remembering all the accolades. If you look at this card. This is where you were, what you outgrew. This is who you became. And you kept your independence because you created something here. This bakery business, this baking business, this bread making type of thing that anybody and everybody would need. Yeah, this is something you could be incognito because of this. Anything else? It does feel like it is, again, the George Washington type of time. It feels like that's where you ended up. So to me, what it feels like is somebody that left Anglo-Euro world, travels to the colonies, early America, that kind of thing. Independently. You had some help along the way, but you had to do it different. You had to do it very, very different. Yeah, that's what I've got. That feels complete. Yeah, that's what I got. Wow. Yeah, the past lives is not letting me nudge any further. If I want to push and I want to push, sometimes it will just, that's it. That's where it goes. It would be interesting to see where that is, because it's something about that bread maker energy is really satisfying. It's something that is satisfying even now. And it's something about knowing your own beauty, knowing your own value, all of that, and bringing it down. You didn't want to be just the object of beauty. And you certainly weren't ready to be owned by someone who only saw you as something they could exploit or something that could bring them income. But that feels like what it was. Very, very strange, but beautiful kind of a read. Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous. And the arts are probably still strong with you. The desire to create the arts and your own beauty is going to come through. You could do any disguise in the world that you want to do to try and play down the beauty that comes through, but that's going to shine through anyway. Regardless, life after life, that's going to shine through for you. That's just how it is. So, okay. All right. Wow, that was a good one. Holy smokes. Let me get some water. Let me get a little bit grounded. We'll see what's going on next. Whew, I think I need a little bit more water. You're so welcome, honey. You are so welcome. No problem. List is clear. Okay. We'll go to the next on the astrological, and then we'll keep going. But let me get just a little bit more water. And that was a past life. For those of you that are new in the room, that's a past life. List is clear. We're going to the next astrological real quick, and we'll see what's going on with that. Oh, next astrological is Leo. Leo is the I will, and it's force coming through. We're going to go to the Garden Witch deck for this and see what's going on for Leo and the Garden Witch deck. This is a beautiful, beautiful deck, guys. This one I love. All right. So Leo, I will, Garden Witch. Let's see what's going on. Flip that down. Flip this down. See what's going on here. Wow, those want to pop. Okay. We have the King of Wands energy coming up, this ambitious, ambitious leader king coming up very, very strong, and the Queen of Pentacles. These are both elements that you embody right now, Leo. Whatever it is that you value with your money, your energy, your time, your resources, and your ambition, your desire, and drive, it is time for you to move forward with it. This is a season of change for you. It's not a season of slow down. It's let the fire that fuels you lead you forward even more, even more, even more. This is huge for the Leos. Coming up further, the Four of Pentacles. Where you have been held back in the past, there is something releasing. So don't be miserly, don't be greedy, don't hold back too much. It is time to move forward. Now, this is usually the person that's holding the coin so tight, so protected. No, this is time. The Leos have had enough delay. This is time where you're getting a little bit of boost to your fire, boost to your flame coming through. Then what else do we got? The Eight of Pentacles. You've worked damn hard to temper something. We have the Eight of Coins coming through. Then we have the Queen of Cups coming through. Now let me take a look at this. You've worked damn hard to let this energy come through. The feminine and the masculine, you've had to do both for such a long period of time. And now you're ready to move forward. The work that you've done has become second nature for this dynamic and moving forward energy. I want to get a second deck. Same deck, second deck, different edges. See if anything comes up else for the Leos collectively. Whatever this project is, Your security, your safety, and this element of where the safety is and the hearth and home is coming through very strongly. Let's see what these cards are. I'm not sure what we'll even see here, but this is coming through this Queen of Coins energy, this getting grounded energy you've had for a long time. You're clear. This is separating from where you've been in order to move forward, leaving something that has felt like it was more secure in the past, and well and truly in the past. The separation of what it is was clear. It's clear what you needed to do. You've taken action and moved forward for this stuff going forward. The Lovers, there's something new coming in with the Lovers and the hopes and dreams of lovers, new relationships coming forward for Leos. This is something that's really good, and there's soul contract going on with this. With the Lovers and the Star card coming in, there's something very, very healing in this energy for you right now. Knight of Pentacles is saying go slow, slow and steady, a little more fire. It's not like out of control Chariot type of energy at all. Quite the opposite. Very, very different. Just keep going forward, keep doing your thing, and don't let go. You are really quite ready for this. Hangman in reverse. The time to be cut down from the hangman position, the willing sacrifice, coming that way. The Hangman feels like the delay is now over. Yeah, it's like the wheels are in motion for whatever this is. Anything else? Same deck, third deck. Let's see what's going on. Because we can. And for the Leos, I want to. Whatever the moves that you're making, they are the right moves. They are the right thing to be doing, the right course of action. If you have Leo friends around you right now and they are moving or making moves to a new direction, new space and place, this is the time to do it. It's like their stars are aligning for them. It's gorgeous for them. High Priestess energy, Two of Cups energy, and Four of Cups energy. Yeah. This is the High Priestess going within and knowing the wiser thing that needs to happen to move forward. Two of Cups, very much like the Lovers, as strong as the Lovers. New energy, new contracts, new kindred spirits, new people around. After being so out in the cold, after having a period of time, and this feels like at least a year, where you feel like the odd man out. It feels like finally things are starting to click, 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 click. Finally they're coming through. And then here, the Four of Cups. Don't refuse the good fortune. Don't refuse the good luck. Don't be like waiting for the other shoe to drop, Leo. This is the time for you to move forward. Very much the time for you to move forward. This is a good thing. It's easy for you. A lot of people would love these cards right now because it feels like you're in the groove and it's time to just go with it. Allow yourself to be in the flow and not keep waiting for something bad to happen or not keep waiting for one more obstacle. It feels like your path has been cleared. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy smokes. Love that for you. Love, love, love that for you. All right. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. And if you're new in the room, I'll let you know what's what. This is, this is what we're doing today. This is what we're doing. Now, that was an astrological for Leo, and I'll pull signs sometimes in between things. But this is what's going on. We've got the blind. We've got the year ahead. We've got the mini and the full. These ones, you don't ask questions. And this one is 2 cards in the middle, all 12 months, and then the clarifiers as we go. This one is whichever oracles or oracle decks that I feel called towards, which could be in the card behind me, could be on the desk, could be in this other card behind me, whatever it is. You don't ask a question, just what comes through, comes through. This is the year ahead. We'll do the 12 months. We covered that. This one is where you want to ask questions for a mini or a full. And those sometimes is 1 deck or 2 decks or 3 decks. When we're in deep, we're getting nosy on those. So that's where if you have a specific question, these are the ones I would recommend. This is specialty reads where I use the bones in the cards, the crystal ball in the cards, or I go into past life, which we did a little bit earlier. And that's when like tarot just goes, it doesn't read tarot at all. It suddenly reads very, very different. Whatever comes through, comes through. If the guides have something to say and chime in, which happens frequently, then I don't get in the way. I just follow the nudge, get it out of the way, and keep going to what the cards are saying. So we've got Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal if you want to get on the list. Let Kim know if you've paid, and it's at A Feisty Butterfly, $THE The Feisty Butterfly, or A Feisty Butterfly at PayPal.com. So that's what we got, or at gmail.com, PayPal.com, whatever. That's the whole thing. You guys know the drill. So yeah, that's what we got going on today. And so we'll stick around. The paid list is open if you want to get on it. I can do a few more today. And then I've got some other things that I'm going to need to get to. But that's what we've got going for now. So let me move these cards out of the way because this tray is full. And we'll get an empty tray to go up. Because, yeah, tons of cards, guys. Tons of cards. I'm going to have to clean up. Ooh. So, okay. And if we don't have any on the paid list, then we'll do a couple more of the astrologicals, and we'll go from there. And so that's what we got. Kim, did I cover it all? I think I did. If you get a paid read, let Kim know. She helps me keep my brain on straight when I'm going through this. List is clear. Okay, we're going to go to the astrologicals again. So the next astrological, Capricorn. Capricorn's coming through, and very, very, that stubborn energy is coming through, coming through, coming through. We're going to the Haunted House Tarot for this one. Wow. Capricorn, let's see what's going on. Okay. For Capricorn. It is almost like you are so looking this direction, so stubbornly looking this direction and unwilling to look otherwise, that it really is getting in your own way. There's something you are stubborn about getting in your own way. Now, this is what I'm getting, and this is the very kind of wackadoodly-doo deck, but it's the Haunted House deck. You are too in your own head, stubbornly worrying, worried, and it is not your job to fix whatever this solution is. It needs to come in a more organic way. It's almost like you want to think through something that has to come differently. The answer has to come differently. So the more you focus on it, the harder it gets. The more you focus on it, the more tangled it becomes. Yeah. So the best thing that I can tell you is if you're crocheting, you're doing link after link after link after link, and it's going kind of this way, and it's making a line, and you eventually get this long chain. If you're knitting, you're pulling it up, pulling it up, pulling it up, pulling it up, and the rows that you knit, they stack on top of each other. And it's like you don't know which direction that you're going. You don't know what you're doing. So if you only know to do link after link after link after link in crochet, and something drops all the stitches in your knitting, you don't know you can ladder up, ladder up, ladder up, and pull it up and make the stitches stack. You can't stack your progress. You're going a wrong direction. You're going horizontally versus vertically. You're trying to think through it, and you're looking, there's no way to solve it in that manner. There's a different solution that needs to come through, and you are mind-boggled focused on trying to solve it and think your way through it. You can't. That's not the right approach. It's just going to be like sleepless nights, anxiety, nightmares, stress. You can't. Get yourself some GABA, get yourself some extra stuff to help you get rest, whether it's valerian or whatever. Get whatever it is that helps you settle down. Maybe chamomile tea. Hell, I don't know. But get the settling down first, and then refocus on what it is. This is, how do you get the generational wealth, the happy family, instead of the chill winter? You need to get to the space where you're able to relax and allow yourself to let go a little bit more, so you can see the gifts and understand what it is you want to leave for a legacy instead of worrying so much. This is what's coming up. Think more in terms of legacy. Think more in terms of what it is you do that creates joy for you, for your family, for what's going on. Where do you find those joyful moments? That is more important than trying to solve and think through this. This is too much stress, too much anxiety, not enough breathing going on. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles. You are more prepared for this than you realize. This one coming through very, very strong. And this is like white owl in the winter. It's like a white owl in the barn in the winter. This is interesting. This is coming through. I don't know where is rural near you, but it feels like if there's something rural, take the message of the owl, take the wisdom of the owl, and also take the wisdom of the white animals and the white feathers. When this comes through, the divine is trying to reach out and say something. And when you see white in animals, it's significant. It's coming through as a message, and it feels like you're going to see something. Be it owl, be it other, it feels like a white feathered thing. This is the angel's way of trying to get through. Some people see numbers. I was talking with my friend yesterday, and she was saying, so her dad has a certain number that's an angel number, and her parents didn't realize that 666, some people have a bad association with, but for her dad, there was some kind of thing that it was a joke that was 666. I don't know if it was the number on his truck or what. I can't remember what she told me. But it was like, that's always a sign to her when she sees that. She doesn't think, oh no, the devil. No, she thinks, that's dad. Hi, angel number. She was also saying she was seeing 1111 and 444. So the angels from the other side are trying to get her attention, which is what I'm telling her. For you, it's going to be white feathered energy. Be looking and aware for white animals and white feather energy coming through. The worry is getting the better of you. Now you have this card of worry and anxiety and sleepless night, And this one, the monster's under the bed, when really you need the rest. Take care of yourself. Get yourself more stable. Prepare yourself to be more stable. Then you move forward. And then you have the Two of Coins. And this feels like taking care of self, taking care of kids, taking care of self, taking care of kids, taking care of self, taking care of kids. How do you balance and how do you juggle? This is being resourceful. Capricorn's call sign here is saying I use. This is using your energy more wisely and more balanced. This is trying to find stability and a challenge of that sort. The kids and the responsibilities need to be something that you can carry, and sometimes you've got to set them down so they can walk. Sometimes you've got to carry them. Sometimes you got to set them down and let them walk. This is the struggle and the juggle for you right now. This is what's challenging you, and you need to allow this so you can allow yourself to walk also. This is allowing yourself to take care of yourself first. And yes, very much the airplane analogy of putting the mask on yourself first so you can take care of the kids, take care of the responsibilities. Take care of yourself first, and the monsters of the under the bed disappear. Take care of what it is that you need to do. Prepare for yourself. How do you want to leave your mark? What's your legacy as a person? What is it that brings you joy? Use those things to help balance out what feels like clunky and hard to juggle at this time. That's what I've got. That feels very complete. So that's what I've got. And this is the Haunted House Tarot. And it's a good one. It's creepy, but it's good. So yeah, and I have more of my Halloween decks out to play with and to enjoy. So those are kind of fun. So that's what I've got. So, okay. If there's anyone else on the list, that's great. If not, maybe we'll wrap it up for tonight. And then I think Phil was wanting to do a show tomorrow. So I think there's probably a 60-40 chance at least. Maybe even a greater chance than that of doing the show and having my husband Phil be on the other side, and we'll just be into the cards. Clear as far as you know. Okay. All right, then we're just going to call it a day, I think, today. So thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you for doing this with me. I love doing this. And I will be doing the 31 days of tarot, by the way. So I'll be trying to do something that's going to bring tarot or some kind of spooky fun season or just a card of the day through all of October. So ask me about it. Help me keep on it. And we'll keep doing that so we can have a little bit more treats going along the way. All right. Much love. Mwah, mwah. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.